Udo, none. I'm back. Tell me, adventurer, is our old nemesis dead? Here's a necklace. 'Tis a fine necklace, as befits a veteran of countless battles. It will make an excellent trophy. The spear? It belonged to one of his brothers. I knew when he spied it from afar he would be unable to resist the venturing outside the encampment to see for himself. Did you discern my intent, or was it dumb luck, I wonder? Either way, you impress me, adventurer. I shall tell you of the ingredients you seek. I don't want that. I'm just gonna take the money. You better tell me what I want. A shame we did not meet when I was still with the company of heroes. You would have made a fine recruit. But no point dwelling on what cannot be. You have a Welwick worm to hunt. Sandworms slither brazenly across the desert dunes, but Welwick worms are far fewer in number. Rarity breeds demand, and so their meat is highly prized as a delicacy. The only way to catch your quarry is to entice it with something it cannot resist. These worms prey on the smaller creatures of the Sagoli. A freshly slaughtered angler carcass would be my choice of bait. There is an area teeming with anglers to the east. I will mark it upon your map, along with the location where Welwick worms are most frequently sighted. Be warned, the blood will drive the worm into a feeding frenzy. If your skills are lacking, it will devour you as well. You look well. Have you caught your quarry then? Yep, here's your endangered animal flesh. Your skills as a hunter rival those of our best. I applaud your success, Suikun. The meat will need to be heavily smoked before I ship it to Weisscat. Worry not, you have my word that he will receive it in time for the banquet. You must be eager to obtain the third ingredient. I regret to say that I know naught of its location. For the nonce, you should return to Costa del Sol and seek Weisscat's counsel. But hold a moment. Since you'll be meeting the captain again soon, there is something I would like you to deliver to him for me. Of course you do. Don't need any of that. Since I did my level 45 healer quest, I have better gear than that now. This is only level 31 stuff. The captain was always fond of this Branda wine. I would be grateful if you could deliver it on my behalf. I was a reckless, angry youth when I first joined the company, and he would have been well within his right to cast me out. Everything I have I owe to his wisdom and generosity. Told you I can't roll my R's for nothing. Weisscat was a firm yet fair teacher, an expert molder of men, and I suspect that is still the case now. Please give him my regards, Suikun. See, the quest is called There and Back Again, and they have... I was gonna say they have no idea, but they know exactly what the fuck they did. They know exactly what they did. Let's go teleport back. At least he's right by the teleport. That makes it a lot easier. Wise Cat. Well met, Suicune. Landino and Udo Nun both spoke highly of you. What brings you here today? I have an Onyx Brandywine to give you. Let's see, what does it say? A deep caramel-colored spirit made from twice distilling fine red wine and then aging it in rosewood barrels for at least 30 summers. Dang. Some fancy-ass wine. Ah, my favorite. I shall have to thank the nun personally. Now you have but one ingredient left. Oh, what the fuck? I did skip. What the fuck happened? Damn it! You interrupted my friggin' recording. Let's do it again. Here's your wine. Now you have but one ingredient left. Fortunately, you will not have to travel to the Eldernard this time to obtain it. The things we do for cheese. Oh, yes. Truth be told, I never intended for you to collect this last ingredient. Brayflox, my old quartermaster, wished to bring it to Costa del Sol himself. However, not long ago, she sent word that there's been some trouble at the long stop, and that the delivery would be delayed indefinitely. She told me nothing of the incident itself, but I fear the situation may be dire. Though I would like nothing more than to aid her myself, I have no choice but to turn to you and your allies. Make haste to Hidden Falls docks and speak with Ozun Nazun. He will direct you to the Raincatcher Gully, where Brayflox and her people have made their home. Ozun Nazun. Let's see, he is a little Lalafell, and it's kind of like what looks like, it's kind of medieval looking chainmail armor. That's what it looks like to me. What's the hurry, venturer? Eh? Something happened over at the Gabi settlement? I don't know why you're so eager to help a bunch of beastmen, but go and talk to the skipper over yonder. She'll ferry ye to the Raincatcher Gully. Let's see, travel to the Raincatcher Gully? Yes. Run through the forest. This is a different forest than the other ones. This one has very large glowing red flowers. And I mean, when I say large glowing red flowers, I mean as tall as trees. Type tall. It looks like a raptor. I mean, it's very possible. Alright, here's the person I'm supposed to talk to. And one thing I did was I turned off the mount music so that I can listen to the actual really good music. Brayflox Ultox. Oh, yeah, he's another one of those guys with the bag on his face and completely covered and looks like a gremlin. It's coated in leather. Tongue flaps of Weisscat be reaching ears of Brayflox. Uplander is come for tasty fresh Gabi treats, yes? Quest prize of Uplander deep in Longstop. Flighty beast chased Gabi flock from homes. Gabi flock needs goodly uplander, give safety to Longstop with much hand lending. Brave Flock's Longstop now accessible. Oh, here we go. Let's enter a party. Make sure all the other stuff is off. Alright, should be good. Only the party leader? Dang it. My friend's like, why are you doing a level 30 party quest? And I'm like, because that's part of my story. Let's see. This has to enter, so I guess normal? Yeah, it should just be normal. It doesn't... It usually is very specific when it says hard, and it just says to enter Brave Lock, so I think it should just be normal. It'll fly through the forest. It's very cool. They have the, like, massive roots coming out of the ground where you can walk on the bridges. That looks like a dinosaur of some kind. I only got to see its butt, but it looks like a big dinosaur. Yeah, going from one thing to another, where sometimes I have skills and other times I don't. It's kind of interesting to figure out, like, okay, what skills do I have? So I'm like, oh, I can do regen. No, I can't do regen. I don't have this. It will be kind of nice when I actually get to higher level stuff where I can be more consistent. But, I mean, if you do something called like a daily, then it could be anything. It could be basically any level, as long as you've unlocked it. Obviously, it's not going to put you in stuff you haven't unlocked yet. But, yeah, so there may never be a time where I can just have all my skills all the time. As long as I do dailies, then I'll be thrown into level 10 dungeons or whatever. This kind of reminds me of Fern Gully, the movie. Like, everything is really big. Like, the flowers are really big. These look like... Well, I think these are little clumps of flowers, but they look really big. Where'd my friend go? There we go. I don't remember having to do this before. If there's other things I did before, don't remember doing, so... Either that or I went to the wrong thing. No, this is weird. Now I'm just confusing myself. it's like gray on its back with white underbelly, and it's got little like pink spikes at the end of its tail. Expensive cash up. That cash up even. Dinosaur. Oh, this might be a dragon. Fire arrows. There's like a dragon dinosaur type area. I'm just gonna greet on that because I've got a better hat. fell from the sky. I was like, sup, bitch? Started tagging me for no reason. Sure. Because it flew away, that's why. Move from a forest to it's kind of rocky ruin area. That looks like a giant mosquito dinosaur. Nope, we got a cutscene. Nope, it's very droid controller. Poofs away in purple smoke. Brayflax, Altox. Goodly Uplander has thanks for Gooby Flock. Flighty Beast was tricksy foe, but Uplander outwitted with plans making. Uplander has goodly head for fighty think. Brayflax happy gives tasty, fresh, gooby treats to clever Uplander. My character's like, what the fuck? Cheese is stinky sweet gobby treat. Special make with secret gobby arts. No party complete without gobby gouda. Brayflax every say. Okay. Give me some stinky cheese, I guess. Let's go deliver to Wise Cat. I don't even know where exactly the cheese came from. So we killed the dragon. I don't remember getting dragon milk from its teats. Whatever, we got milk. I gather you saw Brayflax's little problem. I got some very... Let's see what this description is. It says, oh, we got it from a goblin. Ew, that's disgusting. Goblin cheese. The pungent odor of this hard yellow cheese, veined with blue-green mold, is most comparable to the warm, damp boot of a zombie after stepping in ripe chocobo dung. Goblins claim it's a delicacy, but then again, they have their masks to filter out the aroma. Oh, the thing we were talking to was a goblin? Oh, I didn't even know that. Damn, the guy coughs. It looks like he's about to pass out. By the gods! That unholy stench! This is definitely goblin cheese. Judging from the smell, this should be quite, flavorful. How is it made? It's best you remain ignorant of such things. Yeah, probably. We had to milk a fucking goblin. I still remember when I learned what kind of milk they use. Shudders. Yeah, we're just gonna pretend like that's not a thing that just happened. See, what do you mean you forgot the wine? Oh, fuck the wine quest. Okay then. I fucking hate this quest. Wise Cat. Bravo, Suikim! Thanks to you, our guest shall be honored with a marvelous banquet. But what good is an exotic feast without an equally exotic, aperitif? Aperitif? I have no idea what that is. Luckily, I know just the person to ask. Make your way to Wineport and seek out Shamani Lomani, another former member of the company. All you have to do is give him this order slip. He'll take care of the rest. Oh, and if you're wondering if this is merely a ploy to test your patience, I assure you I do actually need the wine. And while you're there, give Shamani Lomani my regards. Yeah, when I was first playing this game and I read that, I was like, oh, if you're wondering if this is merely a ploy to test your patience, I'm like, he knows exactly what the fuck I'm thinking. It's like, why am I killing Titan yet? Why am I not fighting the boss? Oh my gosh. It's so annoying. I hate this quest. Supposedly it pays off, but I haven't gotten that far to where it pays off. So until then, I hate this quest. And it sucks. And it's boring, and it seems so pointless. And yes, I'm going to complain about it. Though, I do like this character I'm about to speak to. So, Shamani Lomani is a Lalafell. He's white with short blonde hair, and he's got some kind of just like long blue coat on. I would almost think it's a dress, but I'm pretty sure he's a guy. And you'll find out in a second why I like this person. Sweet grime and blood. Aye, you reek of blood. An adventurer, unless I am mistaken. What brings you to Wineport? I have a letter. There you go. An order? Let me guess. A request for the finest vintage I can muster? The paper smells of loam and perfume. Costa del Sol. And there's also the unmistakable odor of goblin cheese. Yes, Master... how did I pronounce his name? Gagaruju would not settle for anything less than the best. Dearest Whites and his crew must be quite busy preparing an exotic feast, hence his decision to rely on an adventurer. But perhaps you are confused. This display of deduction was not intended to impress you. When one loses his vision, he is forced to compensate in other ways. But you've no interest in my affairs. You wish only to discuss the wine, I suspect. So yeah, one thing I didn't mention was that this Lalafell is wearing dark glasses, which could just be easily mistaken for like sunglasses. But yes, this Lalafell is completely blind. My friend goes, the blind potato and the bottle of booze. Because apparently in this game, I don't know why, but Lalafells are referred to as potatoes. I don't know why. But yeah, so this Lalafell is completely blind, so we just handed a completely blind Lalafell a letter. And the guy who gave it to him, I assume, knows this fucker is blind. And still handed him a piece of paper. But because he is amazing, because he's blind, he figured out who it was. And this quest is called An Offer You Can Refuse. I don't know about that. Life can be so delightfully unpredictable. I always had a passion for wine, but it wasn't until I was forced to retire that I could pursue it as more than a mere hobby. It wouldn't have been possible if not for the savings I amassed during my time as a mercenary, of course. Say what you will about the nature of the work, none can deny that it pays well. But you grow impatient, and Wise Cat must have his wine. Herein lies the problem. Nothing in my possession is of sufficient quality for this occasion. The best vintage in town are hoarded by Bergaliant, who owns and operates the largest winery in Vilbrand. Somehow, I doubt he'll be receptive to your request, but given the circumstances, we must needs beg his assistance. Alright, let's go talk to the dude. Hate this quest so much. So, Bergliant is another giant green orc. He's green. He's got a red and white chef shirt on. He's got, like, a little mustache, and he's got very nice, gray and black combed back hair. It's very neat and tidy. It doesn't really match him at all. As a giant orc, you'd think you'd have just like mussy hair, but nope. He has very fancy, nice hair. Bergliant. What rank amateur bottled this wine? The impurities have rendered it nigh undrinkable. Dismissal is too good for the man responsible. He should be made to drink every drop of his polluted swill. What is it? I'm in the middle of an important discussion, and I do not care for interruptions. The neophyte Vinter bid you speak with me? Ha! Neither you nor your friend has the palate to appreciate the subtle qualities of my private stock. I would sooner serve you gaboo urine than sell you my worst vintage. Be gone from my sight. Wow, what an elitist asshole. Alright, well. Shamani Lomani, that guy's an asshole, which I'm sure you're aware of. I take it he said no? In some very colorful words, yes, yeah. Really? In those words? Well, I cannot say I am surprised. Well, there is no denying his passionate skill. The wine baron of Limsa Lominsa is not a man known for his tact. I mean, there's me not, having tact, I guess, but then there's that guy just being flat out rude. Very well, we shall have to take an alternative approach. See, it won't work. Well, that's not a good quest. That's not good. There's a chance, however small, that another resident of Wineport can furnish us with a suitable wine. In fact, he had you come several years ago. I guarantee this would not be a problem. Alas, the quality of our product has declined significantly in recent years. The only breeds cultivated these days are common lowland vines, which isn't to say that their grape are of poor quality, only that we have known better. Long ago, the Viganones, whatever, of Wineport crossbred several species and produced a grape-bearing vine of never-before-seen quality. Bacchus grapes were once the pride of this town, as they were used to produce vintage which surpassed all others. This includes the most aromatic, the most complex, the most flavorful of all wines. Aye, the legendary Bacchus wine, were born right here in Wineport. Pardon my enthusiasm. I think he was dancing around or something. You see, I once had the privilege to sample that particular wine. It was an otherworldly experience. Yeah, I hate alcohol, so I'd probably drink it and just hate it. And they would think I was insane. In that moment, I felt as though I had tasted the nectar of the gods themselves. I transcended my mortal flesh and was one with all creation. Are you sure you didn't just, take shrooms or something? But as is all too often said, the calamity changed that. The Bacchus vineyards were completely destroyed, along with much of the existing stock of Bacchus wine. What little remains is closely guarded by its owners, for it can no longer be made. It said it was bred together with several different types, so are all the different types they use extinct now? Which I guess is possible. If we cannot convince Bergliant to part with his wines, our next best option, as ridiculous as it sounds, is to find someone who has a bottle of Bacchus wine, and to offer them every gill we can spare. I've heard rumors that one of the Vigorons, tending the vineyards may have once owned a bottle. Perhaps you could start by speaking with them. Let's give it a shot. Let's go into this building and see if they are in here. Nope. Nothing shady going on in there, I'm sure. Are they in here? Nope. Are they in here? Nope. Are they... There's one where they're up the stairs. One person. Chungabar. What? Do I have Bacchus wine? I wish. I never had the chance to try it myself. Sorry, friend, but you're a few years too late. Has no one tried to recreate it? Or are they just like, well, it's gone. Where is this mofo? Found someone else looking, well, on the hunt for somebody else. Here we go. There they are. There's a little Lalafell person. Durum Fellurum. Bacchus wine? Bah! Don't remind me. Used to have a cellar filled with the stuff. Thought I could keep the wine safe from thieves and the elements. Never counted on a bloody primal blowing up my god's damned house. That sucks. Yeah, I mean, how do you plan for that? Shamani Lumani. No luck, huh? Most regrettable, but we had to try. But Bacchus wine would have been perfect for this occasion. Though I must confess, my certitude could be due in part to my personal history with the beverage. It is, after all, the very reason I decided to become a vintner. After Titan blinded me in our battle beneath Gamoro, I fell into a deep depression. It wasn't until I tasted Bacchus wine for the first time that I realized there was still so much I could experience, even in my condition. It helped me find a new direction in life. Yeah, I mean, that actually is pretty common when people develop a disability. Like people that have vision their whole life and they either have an accident or an illness or something and their vision goes away. They act like their whole world's gonna end and, I just have to sit in a basement, and not do anything with my life. But no, you can still do stuff. You'll get over it. Sounds, crazy, but people do get over it. It breaks my heart to think that wondrous ambrosia, which once filled me with hope, may be forever lost to us. Let's see, I can pick some potions. I don't know what's better, mind or intelligence for a mage. A lot of my stuff has intelligence in it. Mind, I mean, it may not matter too much. I'm just gonna go with intelligence. Now that I think about it, intelligence might be range DPS? I don't know. I don't care. Let's see. Give a man a drink. I must say, this talk of Bacchus wine has made me rather nostalgic. Indeed, there is much I miss about my life with the company of heroes. After everything the captain has done for me, I could not bear to disappoint him. I have no fear. I swear that I shall find a suitable wine for the banquet, though I may need some time to think of a solution. In the meantime, there is a favor I would ask of you. 2 years ago, in the deepest depths of my despair, I stumbled across Vilbrand as a vagabond drunk. I suspect I was looking for a place to die, because I very nearly found one not far from here. It was there that a man named Drest took me in and nursed me back to health. And it was he who gave me my first taste of Bacchus wine, which helped me to find my new calling. Though I am still a novice in the arts of winemaking, I would like him to know that I am pursuing my dream. This wine is my own original creation, and I would be most grateful if you delivered it to him in my stead. Drest sometimes works at the Raincatcher Gully docks, so perhaps Riskilt can tell you where to find him. Speak to another orc guy. There's a lot of orcs in this game. And he's got just kind of like a general white tunic with a brown shirt underneath, brown pants, green skin, and kind of short, dark hair, I guess. Rich skilt. Dressed? Oh, you mean the hermit. Aye, I toss him a few gil when we need an extra pair of hands. He doesn't talk about himself, and I'm sure as hells don't ask. When a man's got a face with scars like that, you best leave well enough alone, I say. If you've a mind to find him, though, then head southwest to the severed string. So I found Drest's hut, and it's, it's a hut. It's tiny and barren. He just has what kind of looks like some leaves on the ground with a old worn brown pillow. It's probably been slept on for 30 years. Hasn't been washed. Got a couple bottles on some shelves. Some little knickknacks. But this guy is like... he looks kind of thin to me. Like he's extra skinny. And he's twitchy, like he's looking around all paranoid and shit. Like he's got some severe PTSD. And he's got an eye patch on his left eye. Just kind of some, like, worn clothing. So, like, white-looking tank top-y kind of thing on, I guess? I don't know. It's a sleeveless shirt. And he's got short gray hair. Yeah. He said twitchy as shit. He's got some PTSD. Dude needs therapy, man. What do you want? Let's see, got some Lomani Rosso, which is a drink. Shamani Lomani's first attempt at winemaking. At least the name sounds legitimate. Yep. Wine? I didn't ask for this. Who sent you? Oh. Like I said, PTSD, just from looking at him, you can tell. It's alright, dude. I'm not gonna hurt you. Next quest is called That Wait. W-E-I-G-H-T. Can't sleep. They won't let me sleep. The midges. The buzzing. It keeps me awake. I never wanted to hurt anyone. I won't fight. I don't want to fight. I think he fell on his hands and knees there for a second. I think he collapsed. Please, make the buzzing stop. Make the midges go away. I know he's not saying midgets. Midges. I killed your bugs for you. It's not so loud anymore. Did you do that? Thank you. You helped me. Even after what my comrades and I did to your country. What did you do to my country? We were on a reconnaissance mission when the maelstrom caught us by surprise. We tried to escape, but the others... no one else survived. I didn't ask for this, damn it. I'm not even Garlean. They conquered my lands just like they tried to conquer yours. I don't want to die in some blasted jungle halfway around the world. I just want to go home. That sucks. Battle Scars. Otherwise known as PTSD. I wish to thank Sharmani for the wine. Shamani for the wine. That that was overly kind. Would you be willing to bear a gift back to him? Earlier today at Red Mantis Falls, I collected the sap from nearby palm trees. If placed in coconut shells and stored for a few bells' time, it makes for a fine wine. See, it should be ready by now. I left 3 shells out there. Please take them to Shamani for me. I'm glad he's moved on with his life. I hope one day to do the same. Shamani Lomani. It has been some time, Suikun. What news do you have of Drest? He gave me some palm wine. Sap of a palm tree fermented inside an island coconut shell. Far more potent than wine made from grapes. Palm wine. Yeah, I think there's a comma in there that shouldn't be. If brewed for too long, can cause loss of eyesight or even death. Damn, alright then. Made some rocket fuel. Ah, yes, I recall he did have some knowledge of winemaking. A simplistic but nevertheless effective method that utilizes the natural properties of palm sap. I shall have to enjoy this batch before it spoils. We are not so different, Drest and I. 2 men who have long struggled not to let our scars define us. I worry that he has been alone with his thoughts for far too long. Yeah, that's pretty much like the worst thing you can do. Aye, it is past time I paid him a visit. Thank you for looking after him, Suikun. And now I'm level 51. It was a very good year. By the gods, Suikun, listen! I know you're eager to wash your hands of this wine business. Yes, I am. But I've just discovered something extraordinary about Drest's palm wine. He sealed each coconut shell with a leaf which has a very distinct shape and unusual odor. I thought I was going mad at first, but now I'm certain. These are the leaves of a Bacchus grapevine. Do you know what this means? Somewhere in Raincatcher Gully, the legendary vine still grows. If we could obtain a cutting, we could revive the Bacchus wine industry. We must know where Drest found these leaves. Here, take one of them back to him and see what he remembers. Drest. Oh, hello again. What is it? It's the Bacchus grape leaf. A broad green leaf from a thought-to-be extinct Bacchus grapevine. Yeah, it's pretty distinctive there. It's just a leaf, isn't it? I only chose it because it was pretty. Didn't know it was rare. I found them near the Juggernaut to the south, but I didn't see any grapevines. I saw fresh Gabu tracks, though. Maybe the leaves come from vines growing on the backs of one such beast. If you go looking for it, please be careful. Some Gabus are more territorial than others, and you may have to defend yourself. Shamani Lomani. What did Drest have to say, Suikun? Tell me everything. Let's see, I found a Bacchus grapevine. So, here you go. He cheers. Aha! I was right! This smell, this texture. I hold in my hand a Bacchus grapevine cutting. Oh, Bergliant just ran up and just started yelling at us. come now, enough of this nonsense. I've heard talk of your discovery, and I refuse to believe that a common adventurer and a novice vintner could... We'll just kind of look at him like, shut up. 12 is my witness. It is a Bacchus grapevine. Wherever did you find this fantastic specimen? On the back of a monster. Shamani hands it over to him. What? You would offer this to me? But why? Shamani Lomani. There is none better positioned to reconstruct the Bacchus vineyards than you, Master Bergliant. You have the resources, the knowledge, and the passion to do so. It would be selfish of me to keep this cutting. Bergliant. I never knew you cared so deeply about your craft. Thank you, good sir. I will not squander this gift. In just a few years' time, I swear that every tavern across Eorzea will once again be clamoring for a cask of Wineport's legendary Bacchus wine. Shamani Lomani. Sir, you needn't... Wait. The shape of this bottle, the scent of this label. This couldn't possibly be. A 1547 Bacchus? But that's impossible. This vintage has not been seen since years before the calamity. Bergliant. It was the crown jewel of my personal collection. For years I debated opening it, wondering if today or tomorrow would be the ideal time. But now I realize that it was never meant for me. It should be savored by the saviors of Wineport, I say. Shamani Lomani. He has made us an offer we cannot refuse. Master Gagaruju will find no finer wine. You have forever changed Wineport, Suikyu. Thank you for your kindness and your generosity. But do not permit me to delay you any longer. Pray deliver the wine to Captain Wisecat. Well, yes, I would very much like to drink it, but I'm a patient man. I have faith that one day I shall have another opportunity to taste perfection. So I decided before I go and turn in the wine and everything, I'm gonna go do my latest story quest so I can get some new skills and a robe and things like that. Heart of the Forest. Rhea. Forgive me, Suikyun. Brother and I had considered every possibility and attempted every incantation at our disposal, but I fear the task of completing the enchantment has proven beyond our abilities. Arun walks up to us. No living Pajal, not even our sister, possesses such power. Without the blessing of Tawa Kant, there is nothing we can do. Rhea. With the ashes returned to their rightful resting place, Tawa Kant's spirit will return. Surely it is only a matter of time. The two look at each other. Arun. Look around you, sister. Open your eyes and ears. Time is one thing we do not have. Rhea. Arun? Arun Senna. The fury of the Great One mounts with each passing moment. It will not be contained much longer. No, the time for waiting is long past. Now is the time for action. Rhea. But Suikyun's garb. The enchanting is not yet complete. Arun. The situation is far from ideal. Yet we have no choice. We must trust in Suikyun's power and do what we can. Rhea. Do I hear you right, Arun? Why, it was not long ago that you objected to Suikyun's very presence at the ritual. Arun turns to me. I may be stubborn, sister, but I am no fool. I have witnessed Suikyun's abilities with my own eyes. There can be no doubting that she is a mage of the white, one as worthy as you and I. Rhea. Ah, Rune, if you would place your trust in Suikyun so, I see no reason why I should not. Very well, let us hasten for the Evershade. Well, you trust me enough, I guess. Alright, found the angry tree. Oh, I'm still in the party. Let's get on the party. Let's do it. Tree, be nice. I shall cleanse you, tree. Both Rhea and Arun are trying to cleanse the tree of its corruption. Oh, and me too. White glowing light just spews from our hands as we reach out towards the tree. And we got tree ants walking around. Arun. The Great One's rage is too strong. I cannot reach him. Rhea. Stay focused, Arun. If we fall, who will rise to take our place? Arun. But sister, the force itself turns against us. They have to stop healing when one gets attacked. Arun got smacked to the ground. Rhea. If we can only reach the Great One, his minions will relent. Cast away your worries and focus your mind on the ritual. No, Suikyun! Oh, tree right behind me. From my chest glows a bright light. Bright white light. Question mark, question mark, question mark. Stand strong, Suikyun. Are you going to let some overgrown shrub ruffle your feathers? Oh, Pajal showed up. I guess Pajal is the species that has little horns and stuff. This guy is very white, like vampire type white. And the two of you, don't you have a ritual to perform? So he's got a like very white skin, like almost undead type white skin, almost about ear length type white hair, and I believe gray horns coming out of his head. Arun, do my eyes deceive me? Oh, he's got very pale, like blue or gray eyes. Tawa can't. This is no time for chit-chat. Rhea O, Arun, Suikyun, focus your energies on the guardian tree. We must quell the Great One's fury, dispatch its minions, and resume the quieting. I nod. Alright, tree, I'm gonna kick your ass. I don't remember what they want me to do in this fight. The Great One is consumed by grief and anger. Our words will not reach him. Fear not, my children. I will protect you. Focus your energies on the quieting. I'm pretty sure I have to focus on kicking ass. But you guys focus on the quieting. So I'm a murder thing from the point. Am I supposed to hit the tree? Is it there? Can I regen the tree? Out of my way, foul creature. I cannot concentrate on the ritual. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to heal the tree or not. I mean, they did, but the tree is taking damage, though. I don't know who's damaging the tree. That's the spirit, my child. I feel the Great One responding. You must quell the Great One's fury. Focus on the guardian tree. Yeah, I don't know if I'm supposed to heal it or what I'm supposed to do. Oh, shit on me. That's not good. Me dying would definitely be a fail. Oh shit, that's right, I have AoE skill. I completely forgot about that. I'm so used to not using it anymore already, even though I just got it. Probably would help if I actually used it. Did I win? Or did I lose? Itawakan. Now, focus your power on the guardian tree. We all close our eyes and reach out our hands towards the tree as the white prismatic light shoots towards the tree again. The light fades. Is it... Rhea, is it over? Itawakan's staff looks awesome, I just noticed that. It's basically like a golden staff with 4 white wings, I think? With like a giant blue jewel on the top of it. Itawakan. The Great One's anger abates. You have done well, my children. All 3 of us walk over to him. Rhea, Master Atawa, do you truly live? Question mark? Itawakan. Live? Not as you would define the word. Mayhap in the heart of Suicune here, whose strength I borrowed to join you. Rhea, it's a miracle. Itawakan. Aye, it may very well be. Or perhaps the Mother Crystal here heard this one's soul's wish. I have lived a long and fruitful life, but when I drew my last breath in Ogamoro, that day I did so with one profound regret, that I would pass from this realm without finding a worthy inheritor to bequeath my knowledge in full. My spirit left my lifeless body to abide in this soul crystal, with the hopes that one day it will find its way into the hands of my successor. For years, my consciousness slumbered in the darkness until I met Suikyun. From the moment you took my crystal in hand, I knew, Pajal or no, I had at long last found one to whom I could truly pass on my knowledge. Yes, Suikyun. He tried to say something, and all of a sudden he grabbed his head in pain. Arun, Master Atawa? Oh, his body starts to fade and he floats in the air. Atawa can't. The power of the crystal grows faint. It would seem my all too brief sojourn has come to an end. He seems like a pretty cool dude. He floats up into the air as the screen turns white. Farewell, Suikyun of the White. Farewell, my children. I leave my forest home in your capable hands. Rhea. Master Atawa. He has left us. Arun. And yet by his power, and that of his successor Suikyun, the Great One's fury is quelled and the Twelve's Wood is safe. Though Master Atawa traveled the world, no doubt his heart always remained here. In the forest home he had loved, he waited for us. Rhea. Why, brother, for once you almost sound wise beyond your years. Arun. Strange, is it not? Perhaps I have finally learned something from you, dear sister. Rhea puts her hands on her hips. As I could learn something from you, Arun. Your pride as a Pajal, your deep respect for our past, these are traits to be admired. The same can be said for Master Atawa's liberality. Yes, I believe there is a place for both beliefs among our kind. The road will be long and winding one, but at long last our work is done. Let us return to Camp Tranquil. You have restored harmony to the forest. Okay, let's finish this up. Rhea. To meet Master Atawa in the flesh. Well, not the flesh, perhaps. I am still shaking from the experience, and from the pure joy of seeing peace return to my forest home at last. I will forever be grateful to you, Suikyun. I am honored that we were able to heal the wood together. I speak not only for myself. My brother has expressed the same sentiments. Were Master Atawa here, I'm sure he would say the same. Though, perhaps he is still here in some form. Behold, the final piece of your garb now pulses with his ancient power. Yes, there can be no doubt that Master Atawa intends this as his parting gift to you. Take it, and wear it with pride, Suikyun of the White. Before we part, I would bestow unto you a present of my own. By the ancient powers vested in me as a seed seer, I bestow upon you the greatest incantation known to our kind. May you ever heed the will of the elementals, and use it in wisdom and compassion. Phew, I'm not given to formalities. I swear I do not know how my sister manages. Oh, she's talking about the queen lady, the elder seed seer, or whatever. I was like, wait, is that Arun? No, this is Rhea. In the short time I have known you, Suikyun, you have grown into a fine white mage. I am honored to call you my peer. Use your powers in moderation, and let compassion be your guide. And I have no doubt that you will bring succor and solace wherever your journey takes you. Alright. So I got, let's see, that completes Heart of the Forest. I got a bunch of experience, like a shit ton. I got a Healer's Robe for level 50, which is great. a cleric's attire coffer, which I think is supposed to be like a weapon of some kind, but my friend made me a better weapon. And I got Benediction, which restores all of target's HP. Oh yeah, this one. So this is a skill that you can use if you've got someone that's extremely low health, or you are, and you can just push this and it will restore them all the way up, 100%. I do sometimes forget I have this skill, so I do need to remember that I have it. But yay! Even though this is the level 50 quest, I believe there's still story after this, but I'm not entirely sure. I've never gotten past this quest, so I don't really know what happens after that. This concludes the White Mage quest for Final Fantasy XIV, A Realm Reborn. In order to undertake the next series of quests, you must first meet the following requirements. You must have completed the main scenario quest, Before the Dawn. Once you have done so, the next White Mage quest will be available from Rei-O Senna. Okay, so I have to beat the rest of the main story, it seems like, before I'll get any more. So, cool. That means I better hurry up and complete the story. My friend keeps poking me like, you know, if you did the story, you'd be able to do all these things. But as you saw with the wine story, it's so fucking boring. I did like the end. I do promise that the end is at least really cool. So, I will get there eventually, I promise. Alright, Wise Cat, let's give you your damn wine. Your prolonged absence was beginning to concern me. So, what of the wine I asked you to bring? Here's your damn wine. It is Bacchus wine, a vintage wine from the year 1547 of the 6th Astral Era. Is that 7 hells? A 1547 Bacchus? Even I know how rare that is. I have to admit, I didn't think you had it in you. But congratulations, Suicune. Thanks to you, this will be the most luxurious feast Costa del Sol has ever seen in years. Considering the lengths you went to, I hope our guests appreciate it. Probably not, the rich little snobby fuckers. Speaking of which, your associate arrived a short while ago. She appears to be growing somewhat impatient. Yeah, I wonder why. You know, Titan's only about to destroy the fucking town and stuff, but yeah, let's just have a party. We have time for that. Perhaps you could tell her that the banquet is about to begin. Well, I got a little Gabu Sproutling pet. Gabu is kind of just... it's kind of hard to describe. It's almost like if slime took a almost, you know, slightly humanoid shape, but it's a plant monster. Almost like, okay, it's almost like if a boulder took on a somewhat humanoid-ish shape. Like, it's got little stubby arms and legs. It's got a big mouth. And it's got 3 rows of shark teeth, basically. Has been known to attack kittens for no apparent reason. Can't imagine why. Let's see. In the company of heroes. Yashola. You have the look of a woman who has been to the 7th hell and back. Yeah, pretty much. That a guest should be expected to supply the victuals for a banquet held in her own honor. And this while the shadow of Titan looms over us all. It beggars belief. Yeah, people are fucking dumb. I can only applaud your stoicism. Oh, don't worry, I'm cursing behind the keyboard, don't worry. Had I been asked you to endure such ignominy, I fear I should have accepted my lot with less grace. It's only because I'm a silent protagonist. Otherwise, if I had the option, I'd be cursed up a storm for my character. Oh, it's nighttime now. I'm speaking with Yashola. Gegju grew, whatever. Lady Yashola, Lady Astroma. Oh, some little Lalafell just leapt like a freaking frog and landed on his hands and knees, just bowing to us. Oh, this is the Gegurj. Damn it, I pronounced his name earlier. Geguruju. Yeah, Geguruju. This is the guy we made the party for. 1,000 pardons for this extreme discourtesy. I was wholly unaware of your true identity, madam. Had I known, I would never have permitted my man to subject you to such unspeakable orders. Should have recognized, bitch. I like my staff. My friend made my staff. I'm so happy about it. Question mark? Come now, she must have sensed something was amiss. Who's that? Oh, it's those people we talked to. Wise Cat. It's Wise Cat and the little dude that made the disgusting stinky cheese, and the guy that enjoyed meeting people and murdering them. They all showed up. You didn't seriously think I would send you to running the length and breadth of Eorzea for a banquet, did you? I mean, yeah. Yshola, spare her your mockery, Captain. Your intent was unclear to me until this moment, and unlike me, Suicune has no knowledge of your traditions. Mayhap you would be so good as to enlighten her. Yeah, what the fuck you talking about? Because I don't remember this. Aye. Fair's fair. There's no sense in hiding it any longer. Yeah, Wise Cat, what the fuck you doing? We 5. Oh yeah, the blind guy's there too. So 5. Who's the 5th guy? Oh, the other guy was the one in the desert that I had to bring the necklace for. We 5 were chosen by our brothers and sisters, and before the company of heroes disbanded, we each swore a solemn oath that any who would follow in our footsteps must be weighed and measured, not by their reputation, but by their deeds. Each man would judge these would-be God slayers by his own criteria. If even one found her wanting, she would be rejected without a second thought. But if she proved herself worthy, we swore that we would do our utmost to support her cause. The world has been full of brave souls eager to give their lives for a righteous cause, but all too few capable of making a difference with their sacrifice. To send wave after wave of hapless adventurers into the jaws of a foe against whom they have no hope of victory is worse than futile. Titan is not one to be challenged lightly, and we will not be complicit in the deaths of the unworthy. I mean, that's fair enough, I guess. Yshola. Which is why the 5 of you deigned to test Suicune with such commendable thoroughness. Time well spent, I am sure. But tell us, Captain, what is the assessment of you and your fellows? Landonel. She's a brave one, that much is certain. She willingly walked into the midst of danger, despite my repeated warnings that it could cost her her life. You Odo none. Her skill is undeniable. She stalked her prey as relentlessly as any child of the sands, and struck with precision when an opportunity presented itself. Shamani Lomani. Too many adventurers these days care only for fortune and glory. Suicune, however, is a kind and generous soul. I am certain she has no shortage of loyal allies who will gladly fight at her side. Brayflox Altox. Why, wily Uplander is talentful, plansmaker, tricksy foe for mighty Rockman. Wise Cat. I can only concur with my colleague's assessment. We 5 of the company of heroes hereby judge you a worthy challenger. Cast down the Lord of Crags, Suicune Astroma, and write a new chapter in the history of Eorzea. I nod. Stoically, obviously. Wise Cat. With the formalities out of the way, let the festivities begin. Summon the dancers, pour the wine. Better enjoy that shit. Eat, drink, and be merry, my friends, for today we celebrate the birth of a new legend, Suicune Astroma, Titan's Bane. Company of Heroes. Suicune Astroma, Titan's Bane! Yay! In the game, it started to rain. Oh well. It's raining on our party. I talk to Bronze-Skinned Beauty. What's your deal? Oh, she dances. She's dancing, twirling around. Yeah, that's exactly what she is. Bronze-Skinned Beauty. She's got basically just like a tiny little golden bikini and some red and white like shorts, practically a thong. And she's got dark short hair, I think, and little black cat ears and a dark tail. And she was just dancing around. Congratulations, sweetling! Now relax and enjoy the show. It's only just begun. Exotic feast. I really had to eat that endangered worm I killed. I speak with the chef and I look over all the food. And I guess I dig in. Tasting the exotic feast triggers a divine revelation. In that brief transcendent moment, you glimpse the true form of reality, comprehend its fleeting nature, and cry out to the heavens in celebration. Damn, girl! Must've been some hell food, like shit. Speak to Shamani Lomani. Apparently I just... Again, you guys gave me some like magic mushrooms or some shit in there. When you face the Lord of Crags, think not of Limsa Luminsa, Eorzea, or anything beyond his chamber. Think only of the men and women by your side. Fight for them, and they will fight for you. Remember that no great victory was ever achieved alone. Yep. Brayflax Altox. Goodly Uplander must be facing mighty Rockman with clever fighty think. Gobby Flock cannot be coming to rescue this time. Speak to Landino. Ah, Suicune, you brave fool. Promise me that when you meet Titan, you'll look him in the eye and tell him Landino sent his regards. Yeah, sure. We'll go with that. Speak to you, Odo Nun. You are a veteran of countless battles, Suicune. This is but one more. Trust in your experience and you will prevail. Let's see what Wise Cat has to say. You are blessed with a fortitude to rival the earth itself. Titan will struggle to break you, I think.